Vulcan Baie. Let's go. Oh shit. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to Aromatics. Today we're going to be talking about Vulcan Baie. Let the comment section go crazy. This is the newest release to the whole snake looking thing, and basically the dupes of Stefan Humbert Lucas. Sorry, Stefan, but your prices are crazy. The fragrances, though, they're pretty good. I just wish they lasted a little bit longer. So today we're gonna be looking at the newest one, which, as you can see, has a change in the color. Instead of this color, it's now this color. I'm colorblind as shit. I'm assuming that this is pink and this is light blue. The fragrance in itself is inspired by Pink Boa. Also clearly a clone, indicative of the snake and the whole trend or the whole theme of these fragrances, as you guys can see. So Vulcan Baie was a very good, successful fragrance. They also had Vulcan Sable, which I wasn't really a fan of, and the original fragrance in itself, I wasn't really a fan of either. It's a powdery, resinous chocolate fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. Some people really love it, and I think Sandance is a good one, but it's not my favorite. Now, Pink Boa. So the notes of this one includes the same notes that you'll find in Pink Boa, which is blackcurrant, blackberry. There's also raspberry and then strawberry and peach, with also a spike of vodka. As it starts to dry down, you're gonna get these musky woods and a slight hint of incense. This incense kind of just spices things up, almost literally in like a temperature realm, if you will. And throughout wearings of this fragrance, I started to resemble this or find resemblances from this to literally raspberry pink lemonade. Like, that is exactly what this smells like. So the quality, let's start first off with the quality and the expectation that you can find from this. The packaging in itself looks identical to how they used to look. I already threw away the opening. But on the inside, you have this felt lined. Their presentations are next level. And then the bottle, as you guys saw. So the quality of this is right on par with Vulcan Feu. If you have this, you know what to expect, and they wouldn't put any less in any of these bottles, similar to how they did with Liquid Brun. The scent, however, it's unisex, leaning slightly feminine, in my opinion. And it's more than likely because of a couple of the other notes, like the peach and the strawberry, and also the association of the color pink. There's a lot of psychological aspects to it too, but even the scent profile in itself. The scent profile has a lot of notes that are used in more popular women's fragrances, like the peach, the strawberry, and the raspberry. Do I think that it's strictly femme? No, I still believe most fragrances, if not all, are unisex, but this one does have traits to it that lean it towards the feminine side of things. I would still wear it, but I wouldn't be as crazy about it as Vulcan Feu. Now, the reason I think that this one is a great fragrance, but I don't think is gonna be like hype like this, is because of how polarizing the scent is. Scents, at the end of the day, are subjective, and my thought for this one is because of the fact that it's a little bit more acidic, it's a little bit more specific. It smells like a raspberry pink lemonade with those inclusion of fruits and also acidity and a shot of that vodka. That in itself, it's not really for everybody. It's easier to say that like a mango soda may be for everybody, but when you're talking more specifics and more niche, the more niche you go into something, the harder it is to appeal the masses. With that into consideration, this is unique. And the fragrance in itself smells niche, not just the quality, but also the fragrance. And with a certain level of niche, you lose mass appeal. Whether or not it's hype worthy, that's different. A lot of more factors come into play. The price, what you're getting versus what you do get at the other price. So maybe hype worthy, I don't know. But the scent profile for me personally, I find it to not really have too many mass appealing traits. And I personally don't believe that it will be. I think it's a great scent. I think it's a great way to get a niche scent profile for very cheap and also niche quality for very cheap. So with that being said, I don't like this one more than Vulcan Feu. Do I like it? Yes, I really, really like it. But in order for me to wear it, it has to be very specific. Also, it is pretty acidic, as you would expect with that raspberry lemonade, right? Literally smells like that. And I don't know if I would personally wear it that often. I have it, I'd get it again, but the recommendations for this one will be very specific. If you don't mind the smell of pink lemonade, or you want to smell something niche or tropical, be transported onto a beach, smelling or drinking that, then get this. All things considered, mass appealing, not quite. Quality, absolutely. And to just give you guys a fair leverage, because it's only fair that if I were to quantify this at like a 10, right? I would give this like a 7.7, close to an 8. That does not mean that it's not a good fragrance. I think it's great. but I'm factoring in mass appeal. I'm factoring in how many people are gonna wanna smell like a pink lemonade. I'm also factoring in the fact that it does lean a little bit towards the feminine side of things, and that's pretty much it. Longevity. This fragrance lasted for me anywhere from 7 to 9 hours. The projection was insane. I actually kind of wished that I didn't spray it so much because of that vodka and some of those citruses were projecting pretty damn strong. The perfect seasons or occasions obviously is going to be during the summertime. You want to be careful with the trigger because of its piercing or acidic nature. It can be piercing. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the brand new Vulcan Baie. A great fragrance. It might not be it's not going to be for everybody, but a really good one. In cases where it's like, do I want to try this or buy a sample? This is literally the cost of a sample and you get a whole freaking bottle. So with that being said, I still think it's worth it. Let me know down in the comments section, how many of you guys would want to smell like a pink lemonade or still find it to be worth it? For me, it's like, why would I spend $400 on a pink lemonade? It's 50 bucks. It's much more justifiable. Why would you want to smell like a... It's much more justifiable. Yeah, there you go. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, and are you going to be picking this up? Check out shoparomatix.com where you can find some of the lowest prices on a lot of these fragrances. My name is Neeb. Thank you so much for tuning back in Aromatics, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.